day. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the
check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 101 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league. If you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1, because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, a nice throw here right side. He holds it in. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 85 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st down, Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
The tackle made.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 1.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
On the play.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. This is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hill the intended receiver once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the...
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow some...
They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Gets this one to Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
The kick is good.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
He's hoping to keep it close, so maybe they can keep it on the ground. Start to go through the air as much. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Max Crosby. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They go with Jacobs, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit.
He will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, open man is Galladay, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd down, Carr. He will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly.
It's caught inside the 25. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So we have come to well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings
now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is intercepted, intended for him. Picked up by Nola. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. To decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
It'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Max Crosby Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown. The ball carrier.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah,
looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Carr now to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. Give him 58 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st down, Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. He fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for a touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Too long a coverage sack. Down he goes. Max Crosby. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, the open man here, Renfro. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard you
the Chiefs are going to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
19-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a handoff here to his running back. And shutting him off, now open field. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Harrison Butker to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
They'll find Nola here. And a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Carr now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, he'll get this underneath to Jacobs. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he'll find Galladay. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Matt Gay.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. KC's offense ready to take over, and it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes left side. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.